All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have another trade banger. I did not do a De'Aaron Fox video, but I have the time. I'm gonna take the time to do this one. The Miami Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. What does this mean for the Warriors? In all honesty, I think they're still screwed. You get rid of 3 rotation players for a player who in the regular season just doesn't try too hard. Now, you also got rid of a first round pick that is protected, but what do you expect to happen with Jimmy Butler? You pair Steph Curry with Jimmy. You know, you were searching for that star and you got that star. We just did a Stephen Curry video talking about how he needs, better teammates to play with. He needs another star to play with. But what is it? Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Podziemski, Kuminga, Draymond. I don't think this really changes anything. Okay, I have the Warriors roster pulled up right here. What was Kyle Anderson is now gone. You still have Kuminga, Jackson Rowe, Gui Santos, Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, Moses Moody, Gary Payton, Brandon Podziemski. No more Dennis Schroeder. Pat Spencer, Lindy Waters, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson Davis, Kevon Looney, Quentin Post, and then you add Jimmy Butler. Are they scary in the postseason? That honestly all depends on Jimmy. He's 36 years old. It's just I'm just uncertain is all. I don't really see this threading the needle. Is Steph Curry happy after this? Maybe. What I will say is, yeah. Looking at the top comment here, we are free from Jimmy Butler reports. That is a relief because he's been really taking up a lot of the media attention, of course. Warriors panicked, man, is the perfect way to sum that up. They are desperate for a star. Jimmy's on the market. They know that Jimmy doesn't want to sign long term. They still trade for him anyway. Steph Curry gets Jimmy for half a season, and that's if Jimmy wants to lock in. Jimmy right now is an ultimate wild card. Is he going to take this seriously? Is he actually going to compete? I don't know. And the Warriors gave up 3 pieces, which, in my opinion, obviously, Andrew Wiggins is valuable in his own right. Dennis Schroeder can be valuable in his own right. And Kyle Anderson can be valuable in his own right. But getting rid of a first-round pick that is protected, depending on how protected it is, could be a big deal or could not be a big deal. But again, I just don't see the vision here how really giving those guys up and getting Jimmy go for this year. But the rest of the roster is still not complete. It's still not a complete roster. Why would the Mavericks do this? Even after all this time, the Mavericks are catching flack. Rightfully so, but modern day slavery, I tell you. The reference to that, the behind the scenes to that, explaining this comment is as simple as Dennis Schroeder called players getting traded modern day slavery, which is stupid. I'm not going to get into that. I don't know. I think they're too focused on competing this year instead of just trading him wherever they wanted to maybe just try to get the most assets in terms of trades as possible. Now, am I being nitpicky here? Maybe. You could argue that. But I don't see the point in trying to just get these rotation players to try and compete for this year when you took away the wild card that would allow you to compete in the playoffs. And if you're the Warriors, you have too many holes. Way too many holes for the Warriors. Seems like an awful trade for the Warriors. That's so much, LOL. I don't like it for either team. Warriors in the sense of Jimmy is such a wild card, and then the Heat in the sense of I would prefer them not to emphasize players and more so emphasize actual picks moving forward. But you could also argue, there's a good argument that they could say, hey, well, we could turn Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson into picks. Now, I don't think they're going to do that. I actually think they're going to try to compete because they still do have Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, but it's just not strong enough. The remaining questions, though, with this trade deadline is what are the Mavs going to do? What are the Lakers going to do, especially after those trades? What's going to happen with Kevin Durant? Is he going to leave? Is he not going to leave? That Suns roster is not going to compete, and they give away a lot of their picks, so their future's screwed. I'm not sure what the Suns are going to do. I'm really not sure what the Warriors are going to look like. They're not going to be a team that's competing. The Heat, they're not going to be a team that's competing. It's just messy. This whole Jimmy Butler situation is just so messy. It's bad. It's so bad. And Yeah, you could tell the Warriors panicked. I'm curious as to see what that protection is. Let's see if there's any final reports, because I'm trying to get this to you guys out ASAP. If there's any final reports that I missed on before I, edit and upload the video. It won't be some crazy edits. It'll be simple cuts. Oh. Okay. Live. Here we have it. Dennis Schroeder's headed to Utah and Kyle Anderson to Toronto as part of this multi-team trade. So we did get a multi-team trade. Okay, is there... Oh my God. Okay, as we're talking about this, Golden State Warriors star Jimmy Butler has agreed to a new 2-year, $121 million extension with the franchise through 2026-2027. Whoa. That makes sense. Now that, that happens, okay, wait. Also, Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson are headed to Detroit. There's a lot going on here now. But suddenly, this makes sense. If you're gonna stay in Golden State, this makes complete sense for the Warriors. Again, I don't think it threads the needle like I said earlier. I think that's still gonna be the same. $60 million a year is insane, but you're doing your best to make Steph Curry happy. Bro joined the team 7 minutes ago and already robbed them blind. You have to do what you have to do in making Steph Curry happy. Lots of money for a 37-year-old Jimmy. That's true. That's so true. Oh. Yeah, people aren't happy, but they're doing what they have to for Steph Curry. The trade, I can see how it makes sense to them now. Paying Jimmy that much after what we've seen from this season is insane. Salary dump lasted 5 minutes. Proof that screaming and crying gets you what you want in life. Bro throws a tantrum, gets suspended multiple times, and laughs his way to the bank for $60 million a year plus. He got paid. He's happy. I mean, hey, you know what? I understand what the Warriors are trying to do now. He's not leaving, but ultimately, yeah, he's older. I'm curious though. What did the Utah Jazz, how Dennis Schroeder headed to Utah? What did he get out of this? Okay, Dennis Schroeder is headed to Utah and Constant. So I'm guessing the Heat never actually got that return. They're not rerouting it anywhere. Dennis Schroeder is actually just leaving, getting traded, and they're all doing all of this to make the salary work and whatnot. So 5-team deal is insane. Man, this is crazy. Kyle Anderson to Toronto? Wait, so Dennis is going to Utah? Oh man, Dennis is getting traded around really hard. All right, that Miami return looking a little thinner. Wiggins and a first-round pick. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Man, this does change things. It does change things. So, I'm curious now as to the entire 5-team trade. I don't know if I want to stick around to wait for that to unfold before I get this video out there as soon as possible. I'm literally going to edit, do the quickest edit of my life, bare minimum cuts, and then put this out there. But at the same time, Miami gets Andrew Wiggins and PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is such a Miami Heat player. I don't know if that's true or not. Interesting. Let's update it one more time before we end the video here. Miami with Andrew Wiggins and a first-round pick, protected. I'm curious to see that protection, though. How protected is it? How protected is that pick? Okay. Golden State sending a Miami 2025 top 10 protected first. Next year, it's top 10 protected as well. And then the following unprotected. Okay, so that could be a really good pick, actually. That's better than I thought it would be. Miami, okay, you know what? That's pretty good. PJ Tucker is going to the Heat. Wow. Do we get more trade details? Trade details here. Nothing. Okay, what I can say is Golden State, I don't know what you're doing, though. That's a light protection, to be honest with you. Because you're doing top 10 protected this year, but they're gonna, I think, make the play-in. But even then, what would you have to... A lottery is top 14. you'd still be a play-in team would still be the lottery if they don't actually make the playoffs. Interesting. So it's possible. It's very possible Miami gets that, 11, 12, 13, 14 pick this year, which I still think is not bad for, trading a disgruntled star in Jimmy Butler. But if you can get that unprotected in 2027, that would be mind-blown amazing. That would be great. And Jimmy Butler is a Golden State Warrior permanently moving forward. He's not leaving after this year. He's getting paid. Steph Curry got his star, but how is Jimmy going to do it? I'm curious. I think you guys are curious too, because when Jimmy's locked in, he's a threat. He is absolutely a threat. Interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I would have liked to see more draft picks for the Heat, but they did get the one that could be crazy. It's possible it could be crazy. Warriors were desperate. Got rid of 3 rotation players for a player who is a wild card and has the capability of elevating his game for the playoffs, but you got to get there before you can do anything. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping the channel. As always, this is I've Been Different. We've been different. And we out.